A very special good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you get to join us from, or if you are listening to the replay of this. Thank you for taking out time to be a part of this. We truly appreciate you. I want to welcome you to the Enagic Nigeria Business Overview. My name is Solomon James, and I will be your anchor. We have some amazing super leaders and behind this also, and always grateful when they show up to encourage and to be a part of the process. So please, I will encourage you to put out all form of distraction. The next 45 minutes or thereabout, it's going to be like a fire hose because there's so much, but we want to compress it for time and then want to make it worth your while. So thank you very much for being a part of this. But before we begin, I like to put out this disclaimer that before beginning any practice relating to health, diet, or hydration, we highly recommend that you first obtain the consent and advice of a licensed healthcare professional. That the information contained herein is not intended to replace a one-on-one relationship with your doctor or a qualified healthcare professional. Please, this information shared here is for informational and educational purposes only. The presenter and other contributors will be encouraging you to make your own healthcare decisions based upon your research and in partnership with a qualified healthcare professional. As you and only you are responsible if you choose to do anything based on what you get to hear tonight. With that taken out of the way, let's go. Well, I want to believe as we observe our space and the global movement around the world, there is a perfect storm forming. Now, with the increase of technology, we live in a technology driven and disrupting space. So when you see the coming together of technology, which for many of us, we cannot deny today that technology is changing the way we live our lives. If you wake up today and there is no phone, there are a lot of things. We are beginning to wonder how that the ancients, how did they truly live their life? Because these things are part of us today. But we are also noticing the global economy. It's not just the economy of your jurisdiction where you reside. It's a global economy. There's a ventilation of the economy globally. Then we are seeing the outburst or the release, the outpour of baby boomers. Okay. And people want to live long and they are coming into a time where all of this is happening. Now, colluding with the generation X, Y, and Z, it's a very interesting time that we live. Then we are seeing people putting more time to at least climb the ladder of success. But somehow, for many people, they are trapped in the middle. Now, when you put all of this together, there is a confluence. And it's a storm that, if it's well understood and harnessed, can transform our lives and our destiny. So let's put all of this in perspective. How do you capitalize on this global trend? Well, what is your solution to this? That's the discourse for tonight. And this is leading us to consider the water industry. This market size, as in 2024, the global bottled water market was valued at approximately 348.64 billion US dollars. Projections suggesting continued growth, with estimate reaching up to 551.2 billion US dollar by 2033. Now, this is reflecting a compound annual growth rate of around 5.5 to about 7.0% during the forecasted period. Now, please, if you're not a statistics student, don't just let this overwhelm you. But again, it tells you that things are shifting and there are projections that it's very closer than we ever thought. Now, we're looking at the water industry, but let's look at the bottled water market itself. About 400 billion liters of bottled water are sold each year. Some of the key players in this industry, I'm talking about global players, not the one that is named after your street, are Nestle, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, and Fiji Water. Unless you are a key shareholder here, it's unlikely that you'll be ever able to take advantage of the growth of the bottled water industry. But that's okay because things are fast changing. Number one, consumers are becoming increasingly health conscious and are actively seeking out alternative ways to get healthier. Now, after evaluating about 18 bottled water products, one study found nearly 25,000 chemicals in the water. So you ask yourself, is it really convenient water or is it really pure water? Or what are we getting at? Well, consumers have also grown more aware of their environmental impact as the production of and the disposal of these plastic bottles seems to be damaging our planet and our ecosystem. So all of this is expected to hinder the market growth. But as always, change brings opportunity. So successful people understand that in order to become wealthy, they must first identify and understand trends and market cycles. In other words, you must keep up with trends and watch out for the next big thing. In every market cycle, early adopters of cutting-edge technology will always come out on top. So I already know what's on your mind is what you are saying. So what's the next big thing? Well, I'm glad you asked because from the water industry to the mainstream, as it were, bottled water industry, the next big thing is the water ion. So you see, it's a niche. The water ionizer is the next big thing. Now, according to Market Watch, the global water ionizer market size was valued at 2.31 billion US dollars just about 5 years ago, 2021, and is expected to expand, reaching about 3.46 billion by next year, 2027. Digital Journal was also quoted as saying that the global alkaline ionizer market size is estimated to be worth 1.33 billion US dollars back in 2021 and is also forecasted to be worth 1.7 billion by 2028. So, as you can see, there are projections that this is going to increase. The interesting thing is that you can get in on this. However, our preferred product is currently only at a 3% global market penetration. Let that sink in. I'm not talking about the African market, I'm talking about even a global penetration. And if you understand market cycles, this is something you want to jump in before it becomes mainstream. Now, we're talking about the premium product of Enagic and their Kangen Water Ionizer. Enagic is a 52-year-old company that has been around for over 5 decades, setting the standards. They are actually the gold standard company. Since 1974 has been the leader in manufacturing water ionizing systems, which filters water through electrolysis, producing super hydrating alkaline, antioxidant, and hydrogen-rich drinking water. Now, this Japan-based company uses independent distributors such as you and I to distribute millions of Kangen water machines to homes, businesses, and hospitals all over the world. In the last 52 years, they currently have presence in about 29 countries and about 43 locations covering the face of the earth. If you take a look at the African map, you will be seeing Nigeria there. However, we have users of this in Ghana, in Cameroon, in Kenya, in South Africa, in many African countries. People are using this product. However, why are we seeing only Nigeria there? It's because the only office in the whole of Africa is in Nigeria. This is the office at 105 Adeniyi Jones in Ikeja in Lagos. Officially opened May 10th, 2023. So just 2 years plus, and it's been running and supporting the system here. So Enagic overall is a Japanese company that manufactures medical-grade Kangen water machines, helping to provide healthy therapeutic water for our everyday use. The word Kangen simply means return to origin. Kangen means back to origin. So when you hear us say Kangen water, we are talking about a functional water that helps the body to return back to origin, what you will call resetting the body. Now, Enagic has a suite of products, and we'll be taking you through some of this and how it works. But first, these products are also certified. Now, one profound documentation and endorsement comes from the Japanese Ministry of Health. Now, certifying this product as a medical device. Now, somebody might think, well, if the country of origin is Japan, why wouldn't they just endorse it? But if you don't know anything about the Japanese, they are not emotional. If you do not meet the standard, they don't actually endorse it. In fact, Japan is one of the toughest countries for you to get any endorsement, needless to say, when it's medical. Aside the Japanese Ministry of Health endorsement, the International Standard Organization, again, it's not a political party, it just does its thing all over the world, also endorses this device as a medical device, actually certifying it with the ISO number 13485. That's a number you want to jot down, tattoo somewhere, and go take a look at that number. Wherever you see the ISO number 13485, you can Google it. If you have a spare phone, you will discover that that number is only given to medical devices. So there are many other setups, maybe reverse osmosis and other machines and look-alike water purification systems that filter water. And they say, oh, we are doing the same thing. No, hold on. The question you should be asking, are you a medical device? If they say no, then we are not playing in the same plane. Anybody can count money, but not everybody is a chartered accountant. So understand when something is endorsed as a medical device. Now, let me take you through some of our products, and this is one model of our product. We call this the Levelock K8, which is Enagic's premium product with 8 platinum deep solid titanium plates. So again, we told you that the process of this, it uses the process of electrolysis. So this solid titanium plate helps in that electrolysis process. Now, with a 560 square inches of ionization surface, cleansing itself after each use. I went somewhere today to visit a friend, and I saw his water tank. He uses a kind of an arrow system that transfer the water into a tank, and the tank was all muddy. I mean, very brown. You know that there are heavy ions in there. So what this machine does, the machine makes sure it cleans itself. But again, I was proud of my friend because he was trying to clean up his tank. When was the last time you water tank in your house? When did you clean it last? For some of us who've been living for the last 3 years, 5 years, the water seems to be coming out clean, but you don't clean them. You know what? Just try opening up that tank and you'll see half of it is mud, sand, and green algae. So Enagic does not allow that to happen in the machine. So the machine cleans itself after each cycle of use. Very intuitive, interactive with a HD touch panel. So you can use your finger just like an iPhone, and your touch very sensitive. This particular model speaks 8 different languages. Very portable, accepting all types of electrical power. So if you are a digital nomad or you are a global citizen. I mean, people these days people travel a lot. They move from one location to the other. And I don't want to leave maybe Nigeria where I am and I'm traveling to the US and I carry a Nigerian device with the power electrical setting of about 220 volts and I go into America that has a 110. I need to now start looking for an adapter, start looking for a step down transformer or whatever. And so it looks like an extra burden. People who are on the go. But you see, this particular device, wherever you plug it to, it regulates instantaneously to the voltage and the current of that location, America or Africa. So again, this is the Global Traveler's Preferred Kit. Very intelligent filter chip that helps to track your water usage, telling you when you need to change your internal filter. That is what we have here. We also have another model called the SD501, and this is fast running out. I made a confirmation from the office today because actually, for those of us in Africa or in Nigeria, this is like a lot of our preferred model, very strong, very rugged. This has 7 plates. This does not have that global regulator. So this one is more of the 220. If I take this out of Nigeria, I will be needing an adapter if I go into a zone that is 110 in their energy use. But again, for us here, very, very powerful. So the company has upgraded this into another model that uses a global energy and many all those things like that. But this one, I actually have two of this model. So we'll call this the SD50 model, 501. It's a state-of-the-art technology helping to produce 5 types of water. It produces what we call Kangen water, clean water, beauty water, strong Kangen, and strong acidic. So we have 5 types of water. Now, we can customize our water here because your drinking range is 8.5, 9.5. You can choose the pH that you choose to take. And for your information, every pH has certain things it does. It helps in the body function. Your clean water from elementary school is a pH of 7. Your beauty water is a range of 4.5 to 5.5. Your strong Kangen water is 11.5, and your strong acidic water is 2.5. Now, permit me to take you in and break down of this pH 2.5. This is what we call the Kangen strong acidic water. It serves as disinfectant. If you get to have this water around you and just try to perceive the smell, it's electrolyte hypochlorous acid. Now, it kills viruses and bacteria within 10 to 30 seconds, helping to sterilize and sanitize and even use for skin rashes. This water is very, very potent. 4.5 to 5.5, which falls within the beauty water. Now, this water serves as a toner and as astringent. Now, this slightly acidic water is recognized for its astringent effect. It's terrific for you to use, serving your skin cleaning and for your beauty care. For those of us who have experienced the beauty water, just spraying it on your skin begins to go very soft, very tender, very supple. No chemical in this. It's just the right pH for the human skin. So imagine bathing with this water. Then we have the 7.0, which again, we all know is neutral. It's a clean water. Again, some of us, that's what we drink currently. For some of us, most of the water we drink are even acidic, they're even clean, right? They are not even up to the pH of 7. So you can still use this for your baby formulation. We strongly recommend you use this pH water for your medication. And this water is free of chlorine, rust, and cloudiness, neutral water, and it's a very delicious drinking water. Then we have the range of the 8.5, 9.5. Some people begin from the 9.5, and if they feel the detoxing effect, they step down. Some persons begin from the 8.5, then they move to the 9, then they move to the 9.5. Whichever is your preference, you will know when you begin to take the water. But this range of pH Kangen water also is used as a drinking and a cooking water. You want to cook your beans with this, you will love it. The rate and the pace at which your beans get softened because of the microclustering effect of this water. This hydrogen-rich water works to restore your body to a more alkaline state, which is optimal for good health. Now, this water promotes better sleep because it releases melatonin into the brain, and which helps your body to relax and give you a good sleep time. A lot of the videos some of us have watched, we've posted a couple of videos this week. People just keep saying, I sleep. I've been sleeping. My mother has been sleeping. My father has been sleeping. In fact, I listened to one 2 days ago, and she left the kids with the mother. The kids woke up late. The mother woke up late because they drank the water. Everybody's body was just put in a position of rest. Now, you can't sleep well and not have more energy. And that is what this water is offering. Many people wake up and it feels so much energetic. That's a result of this speech. And for many people, there have been a lot of testimonies of how it is helping them in their journey of weight loss. So think about all. Now, this same water helps to flushes the body of acidic waste and toxins. So for many people, they find out they take the water, they go to the restroom more frequently, their bowel movements and all of that. It flushes the toxins and waste out of your body, deeply hydrating your body at the cellular level. And trust me, if anything can get to your cellular level, especially hydration, that is a hack for your health reset. This allows for increased immunity against diseases. People who have been known to are saying, look, I don't fall sick that often. It's been a long time. My immunity is built and all of that. Just drinking this body of water. Then finally, we have the 11.5. This is strong alkaline water. Not your regular everyday drinking water, except for few conditions, which according to Dr. Bob Wright, things like cancer, tumors, stroke. And we have too many testimonies. The videos are out there, even this week, of people sharing how this pH of this water has helped them in their cancer journey, in their prostate journey, in their tumor, stroke, and the likes. However, the company recommends this water because it serves as an emulsifier. So we've seen people with cholesterol issues and how this water has helped out. This particular pH helps to remove pesticides from our fruits and our veggies. Okay, I saw a video and I was showing a lady who was at my office, I think 2 days ago, where they are using, what's it called, cement right now to preserve beans. They just open a bag of cement and spray it over the beans to keep out the weevil and all of that. There is so much dirt on the things we eat today. Now, this particular pH of water helps to remove those pesticides, germicides, and all the herbicides from our fruits and our vegetables. It cleans greasy surfaces, even used as laundry detergents. Now, this is Dr. Otto Warburg, the man that discovered the real cause of cancer back in 1923, a Nobel Prize winner back in 1931. In his work, The Metabolism of Tumor, he was able to demonstrate that all forms of cancers are characterized by two major things, and hypoxia. Now, for many of us, we do not know the danger of acidifying our bodies because we are laying the foundation for a lot of the chronic health issues that we have today. It's also known that cancerous tissues are acidic and healthy tissues are alkaline. If cancerous tissues are acidic and all you want to do in the name of enjoyment is acidifying your body, then the diseases of 2026 is not an accident, it's a harvest. It's a harvest of the things you are putting in the body. We strongly recommend that you become intentional in moving your tissues, make them healthy, and make them alkaline. A lot of medical doctors have written about this water, talked about this water in their books and other forums which they've got to talk about, all fields of medicine covered. But also have a couple of books here. I would strongly recommend that you look for them and read. I had supplied a lot of these books and many more to our private groups. So reach out to whoever invited you. They might get some of these books. We have a lot of them in the soft copies for you to be able to read and own the knowledge and see what they've got to say. But this is one written by Dr. Bob Wright, the founder of the American Anti-Cancer Institute. He wrote this book, Killing Cancer, Not People. This book was written about 21, 22 years ago. In his view, cancer is bad, but what is worse than cancer is chemo and radiation. He said what led him to this research is people are always talking about what cancer patients should be eating. So we get to make references such like, oh, go for beans, get the sour soup, and things like that. But nobody's talking about what a cancer patient should be drinking. So you see, they eat the beans and they go drink soda. They eat the beans, they take the sour soup, and they want to take their favorite soda drinks and other acidic content. Now, is that not neutralizing what was recommended for them to eat? And what they eat falls within 30% of their body because the human body is 70% water. And now they are drinking more that is destroying the components of the body. Now, chapter 6 of his book, he talked about step 3 of the cancer diet, how restructured ionized water could save your life. And it actually gave 3 key things that is making this possible. He said because of the low microclustering capability, which is why for many of us, you drink your Kangen water, you find out you are not bloated. You just find yourself going to the restroom more frequently and all of that, urinating more frequently. It's just beginning to, remember we said it helps to flush out toxic waste and all that thing. It's the microclustering effect. You don't even feel bloated. Number 2 is strong alkalinity. Kangen water is very, very alkaline. And number 3, he said, most importantly, the low negative ORP. And if you've read, what's the title of this book, Healing is Voltage by Dr. Jerry Tennant, that tells you your body is energy and your body deserves that energy to heal itself. So you have that, you need that low negative charge, right? And all of this is in Kangen water. He said, I believe that ionized water is a mandatory baseline requirement for those with cancer. And people said, oh, then he might be talking about our water. I said, no, no, no. If I was looking for an electrolysis unit today, I will be choosing the SD501 made by Enagic, as at then there was no K8 and the SD501DX. He calls it the Rolls Royce of water ionizer, also referred to as Kangen water. This is the founder of the American Anti-Cancer Institute, documenting what he had cancer and he helped patients. So this is not hearsay. He's not financially induced. This is what he has used, and he has seen countless results. I have some of his videos. We've posted some of his videos in our private group of how he is using this water to help cancer patients. This is Dr. Shinya, the man that invented the medical process called colonoscopy. Now, for many people, colonoscopy, endoscopy, and all of that. Now, for many people, through our lifetime, depending on your lifestyle, you might be needing his process. But he wrote this book, The Enzyme Factor. Front page of the book, he talked about diet for the future that will prevent heart disease, cure cancer, even stopping type 2 diabetes. Think about that. When you say you cure cancer, no, you don't use the word cure. That's a claim, you can be sued. But he's not your average doctor. This guy is a professor of surgery at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine in New York. If you are a science major and you hear the name Albert Einstein, you know that is a figure in science that is well respected. And you become a professor of surgery in his College of Medicine, you cannot be making claims that cannot be vetted. So understand where he's playing from. Performing over 360,000 colonoscopy process with a 100% success rate? No. That is not just stats. That's a standard. And in his book, he stated page 159, that Kangen water is alkaline-rich water, considered to be the very best drinking water because of its incomparable powers of hydration, detoxification, and antioxidation. The three components that Bob Rice spoke about, the three components that is in our water, is also what he's referring to. A lot of his other books, please, we're encouraged to look out for them and read them. But these are some of his works. He checks you are inflamed. 3 months drinking the Kangen water, cleaned up. This is chronic constipation, 45-year-old lady with a breast cancer. 3 months drinking Kangen water, you saw that, cleaned up. This is chemotherapy. And for many of us, we need chemo and radiation. 3 months drinking Kangen water, again, is cleared up. This is even a case of prostate, right? We've had amazing results with people with prostate using this water. This is one of our partner, madam patients who had cancer, 6 chemos done. According to the doctor, she was counting her days to leave the earth. And then she encountered Kangen water, drank her first cup of Kangen water with all the chemos she's done, a lot of toxicity in her system, high palpitation every night. She drank the water, slept for the first time. She did not palpitate. She slept soundly. It was a wonder. 4-5 weeks later, every patch on her nails, everything, her skin was reversing. Her hair was growing. Exactly 4 months, because I was facilitating the training the day she walked in, coming in straight from the hospital, and said the doctor just ran their tests, clinicals, and they said, "What were you taking?" Said, "What's the problem?" I said, "You have no history of cancer, past, present, or future." This is what we are talking about today. We've seen stories of diabetes, we've seen stories of BP, we've seen stories of kidney, all manners of things. Now, somebody says that simply means this water heals. I said, no, Kangen water does not heal. Kangen water does not cure. Remember the word Kangen means back to origin. All Kangen water does, it empowers your body for your body to be able to heal itself. It brings your body under the right environment, and your body begins to fight for itself. That's what this water is doing. So when you see conditions like this, externally eczema, the 2.5 is applied here, killing it, because within 10 to 30 seconds, it's sanitizing the place, taking whole of that territory, cleaning it, killing all bacteria. That's why you need 2.5 at home. Psoriasis. I mean, the weather is becoming, according to my daughter, Nigerian weather sometimes have mood swings. It's hot, it's cold, it's hot. And many of for us, we begin to have this kind of conditions on the skin. Get your 2.5 and spray. And it looks, I don't believe in magic, but that's exactly what you'll be experiencing. This is a male nurse with this condition for 11 years, all forms of cream, lotions, and whatever antibiotic, nothing was working. This was 60 days. Drinking Kangen water, applying the 2.5 on the skin, and look at what is happening. So these are not just assumptions. We've seen a lot of people's life transform. Like Suzanne, now you can smile again. This is the reason why we are very passionate about this. I also believe that you are seeing value here. And if you think this is valuable, please give me a 3 in the chat if you truly believe that this is valuable. Because when we talk about value, then you understand value is something you should go for, and not just the price. But let's put this in perspective. This is the best gift for your family. Yes. Thank you very much, Samson Babatunde. That's very valuable. Yes, it's beyond value. Yes, Lady Ada, thank you so very much. Yes, Dan, thank you. Yes, it's very, very, Pastor Sebastian, this is very, very valuable. This is the best gift for your family. Trust me. Anything that has to do with your health is not an expense, it's an investment. I've said it a couple of times. No matter how beautiful your future is, it takes your health to get there. Think about that. I do know many of us have been praying as the year began, and we keep trusting God and looking up to God. Whether you are a Christian, whether you are a Muslim, whether you've begun your Hajj Wednesday, you've begun your Ramadan, we are people of faith in a way. We look to the divine and we trust him and we pray. But listen, doesn't matter how beautiful the future is, it's the vehicle of your health that will take you there. Imagine that you are trying to probably travel from Lagos to Port Harcourt, and you've bought yourself a brand new car. Yes, probably Toyota 2026 model, and you put adulterated fuel. How far will you go in that journey? So for many of us, the vehicle that will take us to that prophecy, that prayer being answered, we are not taking care of it. So I tell people your health plays a major factor. Remember 2 weeks ago, we were discussing that health is not wealth. Health is the foundation on which everything else is standing. If your health collapsed today, house rent will wait, school fees will wait. Nothing excites you anymore. Have you ever lost your health? Your tongue becomes bitter. No food excites you anymore. This is the vehicle that is taking us to answer and enjoy the prayers we are praying. So we are saying amen, but the vehicle that will take us there to enjoy it, we are not taking care of that vehicle. So this is not an expense, it's an investment. And not just for you, for every member of your family. Let's talk about the K8 because this is our superior crafted product. Something, yes, it's recorded. It's recorded. You'll get the recorded version. Please, you reach back to whoever invited you because the recorded versions will be dropped on the groups and you'll be able to get it. Pastor Dr. Kaite, yes, he said 3. So this is the K8. The K8 is going for 6,235,000 naira. Please do know that the value for this device, global value for this device, is about 9.5 to about 11 million naira based on the exchange. Okay. And Enagic in Nigeria is the cheapest in the entire world because of the exchange rate that they have used. Now, since March 2024, the price has not changed. They've used 1,300 naira to the euro for the exchange that is applied on this. So you may go check out the dollar prices and do your conversions, then you understand why people outside Nigeria, people in European countries are coming into Nigeria to get these devices and take them back because they still have them for themselves a lot of discounts. Okay. So, but for 6,235,000 naira, somebody's feeling, is this not expensive? Hold on. Let's just imagine. Imagine what it will feel like for you not to renew that expensive prescription drug. Imagine what it will look like for you to be free from the side effect. Every time you are told to pop pills into your mouth, how do you feel? What's your energy like? Now, there are some persons that are like polypharmacists. Everywhere they go, they are with drugs they've got to take. That's not the life that God actually planned for you. But whatever it is, your thinking is, how soon can I get out of this? So imagine what it will feel like that you don't renew those expensive drugs. And right now, healthcare, especially in Nigeria, is at an all-time high. You don't even know whether the drugs are the genuine ones. You don't even, a lot of things are happening. We don't even distract ourselves with that. But think about this value. Now, let's even imagine, how will you feel if you had more energy? Do you know if your energy increases, your productivity will increase? You had less pain? Or finally, you get to lose that weight. What will it feel like for you to feel healthy again? Interesting. Everybody wants to get healthy. You want your energy back. You want your feel back. You want to feel yourself, feel alive, and go back about what your pursuit in life. Think about that. If this is offering that to you, the SD501, which again we have very limited units of this right now in the Nigerian market. I confirmed this from the country manager today. It's one of our best products. For 4,807,000 naira, 500, you will be getting one for yourself. Very rugged, and I strongly recommend this. Well, whether you are going for the SD501 or you are going for the K8, listen, this is priceless. It's the only medical grade water machine out there with an ISO 13485, which means it's medical standard. Only machine that can produce 11.5 and 2.5 with a 5-year warranty and working for over 30 years. In fact, right now it's 32 years, and most of the people who got this 30 years ago are still using their devices. Think about that value for over 30 years. Okay. Now, when we began this journey about 4 years ago, we will pay in euros. And so imagine you're trying to buy a device, you are waiting for the exchange rate. What's the exchange rate? Has it gone up? Is it coming down? And all of that. But right now, everything is simplified for those of us here in Nigeria. You can make your payment to the Enagic Africa Limited account. And by tomorrow, you can have your machine shipped to you. Like I said, we have other suites of products. So again, reach out to whoever invited you. They will guide you with the one that is best suited for your need. But there's one I would strongly recommend that you add to the list. Everybody drinks water. But in today's world, we have something that you might be drinking the water, you might be playing around with some danger. Now, imagine you go and meet Pastor Iya Deboye and he finish praying for you and you come out and you drink poison. Are you still not hurting yourself, right? Now, MGAD, it's one of the device that Enagic has released because of the danger that is in our space, helping us to create harmonious spaces around the world. Now, about 30, 40 years ago, depending on how old you are and where you grew up. For many of us, 30, 40 years ago, our spaces were very natural. We live a very decent community life. I mean, those of us in Africa, in Nigeria, we played outdoors, we bonded, our immunity was high. We had more time for ourselves. I mean, it just think about that. 4 o'clock, the television is open, they get to turn it on, and we go watch Voltron, Danger Mouse, Super Ted, or whatever cartoon character that drew you to the screen. And we had limited time to that screen also. So those 4 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 11:30, thereabouts, shut down, and everybody's away from those radiation elements till the next day. But this is the danger of our time today. You get home, perhaps after this, you find out you're on the phone, your wife is on the phone, the children on the phone, everybody is surrounded by smart devices because we're in a smart world, and we do not know how this is impacting our space. A lot of radiation. So MGAD is basically positioned to help protect your family from the harmful effects of radiation. I already have another video I have done covering this, and I strongly recommend that you reach out to someone who invited you. You might get a recording of this, or we will also plan a subsequent live session to cover this and answer your probing questions. Because, like I said, you finish from your work and your hustles, you go home, you have your 75-inch TV right now, you have your 5G. Listen, how safe is your space? So Enagic is helping to create that safe space. This is already launched in Nigeria, and we are running with this. I'd like to also talk about one of our products called Ocon. Again, please reach out to someone. I invited you here because I also have covered this in a different video. It's online. If you request, they'll send it to you. Because just like we talk about water, when we say water, somebody doesn't know I know about water. No, not until you get to experience Kangen water, you know nothing about water. Your experience about water is not complete. Now, whenever I said turmeric, people say, "Oh, I know turmeric." I said, "No, I'm not talking about that yellow color solution in an Ever bottle or other branded bottles and things like that." They said, "That's it." I said, No. When you experience Kangen Ukon, Ukon means turmeric in Japan, then you will understand what we are talking about here. This is the first turmeric wrapped with Kangen water. Now, Turmeric, as we know, is highly coveted for its ability to promote longevity. And turmeric okon, belonging to the ginger family of herbs, is also known for its many health benefits. And this is dating back to the inception in Southeast Asia, serving as natural antibiotics, anti-aging. People see an improved skin condition. And this is the one that I don't even know how to explain this anymore. It helps to speed up healing process. I see people who should recover within a 3 month period, recovering faster, 50% faster. A month is being done in 2 weeks. People are blown away whenever they add the combination of Ukon to their Kangen water intake. A lot of health conditions are being taken care of. So we are seeing things like this: antibacterial, anti-tumor. So for people with cancer, tumors, please, it serves as anti-tumor, lipid lowering, regenerator for liver tissue, skin disorder, detoxifier, antifungal, anti-diabetic, antioxidant, Alzheimer's disease for our elderly ones. Please, you've got to get this for your parents. Please, you've got to get this. Anti-inflammatory, anti-amyloid, antidepressant. We have a depressing situation globally. This product, I cannot talk much about this enough. But again, you need it. So I strongly recommend get back to whoever invited you or your team lead, and they will tell you about this. But with all we've said tonight, you basically have got two choices. Number one, you can leave your family's health and wellness unprotected. I do not know how much our government has budgeted for healthcare, but again, you will know how much they budget for their campaign. Their campaign does not cover you and your family's health. So you've got to find a way to protect it. So you can leave it unprotected. Or number two, you can start protecting your health and your family's health with energy suits of product. That said, let's quickly switch on to talk about the Enagic Nigeria Global Partnership Program, something I'm very, very excited about. Within the next 10 minutes, we should wrap up because, like I said, I wanted to keep this within the hour. Now, I strongly recommend whoever you are, please, you must be looking for opportunities to increase your family's prosperity. As the political season begins in our own climb here, I do not know where you are watching this. They no send you. They are after themselves. If you are not intentional to find opportunities and ways to increase your family's prosperity, you may not be doing right. Okay. Now, talking about this, Warren Buffett said, whatever you like to do, you make it a hobby. Whatever the world likes to do, now you make that business. That's very profound. Enagic is offering us two pathways to participate and to benefit. Firstly, you can join us as a user. Secondly, you can join as a distributor. Whatever option you choose is left to you. But first, as a retail customer, you are basically using the product. Now, I got a call with one of our partner, Madam Fumi. She had called me this evening. There was a company that got the MGuard something last year. We went, we did a presentation, showed them the effects. And I mean, you see halls of people with laptops and all those things. And so they got themselves an MGuard. And the MD called her this afternoon, saying, look, have we bought another one? How many have we bought? Because they had promised they were going to be buying one every month. So have we bought another one? And she said, no. You just said, no, please send me an invoice. We need to get another one. Now, they are enjoying the value of it. They don't need to share with anybody. They're just trying to protect themselves, protect their staffs. Because like I told them, a healthy staff is a productive staff, which is going to impact the bottom line of the company. So as a retail customer, you enjoy the full benefit of a suite of products. It's helping to build and protect your health. But if you so choose, you can become a distributor. Nothing different, same purchase connects you as a distributor, where you get to share this amazing product as well as the opportunity. And this might lead to some amazing residual income. Now, we have a simple proven system, which I'll be showing you, that is helping people create 6 and 7 figure monthly income. We call it the Enagic Marketing Plan. Now, first of all, understand that as a business, what we have here are proven devices for the mass market. Everyone drinks water in one way, shape, or form. And anyone who drinks water then is a prospect. I do not know any adults who probably doesn't want to own a phone. And for some of us, according to research, it is one adult to 3.5 devices. As a matter of fact, on my table right now are 2 laptops, and I have my phone. My wife's tab is close by. Then I have the other gadgets. I have my Wi-Fi. I have my routers. Do you know how many gadgets we carry along? Some of us are using the watches, smart watches, and all of those. It simply means what we have here is for the mass market. It's something that will keep scaling. Well, let's talk about the energy business. Firstly, there's no monthly qualification here. So let not your heart be troubled, as you will not be stocking or loading or having stockists. And no. We are talking about products of about almost 5 million, 6 million. How many do you want to stock? So the company says, no, we stock that. You get a sale, it's been delivered. Don't bother about that. It's covered. No monthly renewal or auto ship. And that is one of the things we've seen. I mean, they tell you it looks simple, as if you'll be doing the auto ship every week, every month. Don't worry. But after 3 months, it becomes a drag and a struggle. For some of us and for many of us on this call, I've seen amazing people here who have bought their machines 2 years ago, 3 years ago. They have not need to do any auto ship on that machine. And yet, every sale they make is accumulated, no flushing forever. International borderless sponsoring. So you see people from all over the world joining and buying, and you are still being rewarded. Now, remember, I did mention that a global preferred product just has about 3% global penetration. 3%. Now, if that is global, what do you think the number is today in Nigeria or in Africa? This thing is running very fast. The awareness is crazy. There's a guy I follow, Brandon, who in the month of January, his team alone sold about 5,000, almost about 6,000 machines in January alone, not the country, one person's team, because people are beginning to see that this is a needed device. So the market is very on top. But what we're about to talk about in the next few minutes is one that actually made the difference for me. Is the fact that this reward plan is patented and locked in. Some of us have tried building businesses that immediately you start making some inroad, they change the plan. They edit the earnings. They tell you why one policy, why you need to do more to earn less. So we've seen many people press the reset button over and over again. For those of us who have been involved in this space, if what the first thing you started is what you are still doing right now, you would have been much bigger and be impacting more lives. But many of times it wasn't you. The company changed the policy. So now imagine a company that patents the compensation plan so that it doesn't change to protect you. And the little you will see will blow your mind. Now, Enagic rewards us in about 10 ways. Now, they reward us in about 10 ways, but we do not have all the time. So for the next 8 minutes, allow me to talk about the 8A or the 8-point commission. Now, like I said, our products are patented. So for every product movement, you are rewarded directly and indirectly. Many of us, again, are used to the traditional network marketing model. We are running here as a direct sale. Last week, Thursday, I was in the office and one of the guests we had, again, talking about Thursday tomorrow, I will be at the Enagic Nigeria office, 105 at Denny Jones in Ikeja, 11 a.m. If you do have anyone in Lagos or its environ, I strongly recommend that they come in live and see the demo. It will blow your mind. Now, this guy that came in, he's a realtor. He's into real estate. A few times he picks up his call, real estate deals and all of that. So I said to him, if you have a real estate offer and I'm to take that offer and I put on my status and we broker a deal, obviously you'll be paid. He said, yes. I said, will I also get something? He said, yes, it came from your status, even though I'm the agent and all of that. So I said, is that network marketing? He said, no, that's not network marketing. That's direct sales. So understand the fact that people earn commission from something does not make it the traditional network marketing model. Enagic is offering a product, and when you refer this product to your direct people and they buy, is what we call direct sales. They have their own circle of influence who they sell to, those are indirect sales. But in the Enagic model, when you add up your direct sales plus your indirect sale, is what we call a group sale. So group sale is not a solo effort. It means your personal effort and the effort of your own team is going to be rewarded also. So let me take you through it. Now, every time a machine is sold, I'll take a case study of the SD501, which is 4,807,500 right now, and is running out of space. But let me use this case study. Every time you sell one of these products, Enagic reserves 2 million naira as a reward plan. That 2 million naira is divided into 8 parts. If your arithmetic is correct and you divide 2 million by 8, each piece will be 250,000. So it's much more like a pizza wheel. And every pie you take is 250,000 naira. I do know Africans, especially Nigerians, we are Oliver Twist. We want more. So how can I get more? Should be the next following question. Well, the next 250 will depend on which rank you are, 1A, 2A, 3A. So each rank is an additional 250,000 added to your earning. If you sell your first machine tomorrow, you are going to earn 250,000 naira. You are a 1A rank member. But mind you, they are not just paying you as a direct sale, they are going to pay you indirectly up to the 8th generation of that activity happening also. When you make your second machine sale, I'm using the case study of the SD501 place, you are also paid 250,000 naira, not just for first generation, up to the 8th generation. Think about the leverage impact here. When you sell your third direct machine, so these are direct sales, directly. When you sell your third machine, you are a 2A rank distributor. Now, rather than pay you 250, they pay you 500 because every new rank change, an additional 250,000 naira is added. So you've sold 3 machines, you've made 1,000,000 naira. Now, those are even the direct income. We are not talking about the indirect. So, hey, let's say I sold 3 machines directly, have made 1,000,000 naira. I bought the machine for 4 point something million. Hey, where is that changing my life? It's not changing your life, but I can total group sale 10. Not that you sold 10 machines. It could be possible in case you have a high network that you could supply this to, but that you sold 10 machines collectively in your entire tribe. Your next personal direct sales activated 3A rank where you earn 750,000 naira. When you have a cumulative of 20 machines, not fresh 20, remember I told you there's no flushing, it continues to accumulate. From that 10, maybe people in 1A, people in 2A, they've sold 3, 4, 5. Once the cumulative gets to a total of 20, you are a 4A rank. With your next personal direct sale, you start earning 1 million naira per sale of this machine. When it gets to 50, you are a 5A, you are earning 1,250,000. And when you have a total of 100 machines sold within the 8-point commission in your tribe, you are a 6A agent. And now you are earning 1.5 million naira per machine sold. So basically, the minimum earning structure here is 250,000 naira to multiples of 1.5 million. Now, let me put this in perspective so that you can see how it works. So I'm taking a look at the chart here, and I'm saying let me use Dosuana. Okay, I'm saying Dosuana. So please permit me to call you out on this. I like to be personal in most of my stuff. So this is Dosuana. So Dosuana is invited, and Dosuana said, "Oh, I like this. I like what I've seen," and buys a machine, buy any of her device. Now she has an ID. Dosuana talks to Ese, and Ese buys a machine. That is 1A. Dosuana will earn 250,000 naira for this machine sold to Ese. Dosu sells this machine again, another machine to Shade. That is also a 1A sales, and Dosu is making 250,000 naira for the second sale. So two sales, 500,000, not life impacting. Dosuana reaches out again and sells to MM. MM becomes a 2A sale for Dosu, and Dosu makes 500,000 naira. That's 500,000 plus the other 500,000, 8 million naira. Again, like I said, I don't know who Dosuana is. It might not mean anything, but hey, this could be some emergency monies you can be distributing to those who latch on you for emergency 2K. Why Dosuana is thinking of the next person to reach to and sell, Ese makes a sale to Grace. Now, not Dosu. Dosu is still going to earn 250,000 naira from the sale that Ese made. Think about that. Wow. Grace sells to Pearl, Dosu will still earn 250,000. Pearl sells to Ato, Dosu is still going to earn 250,000. Have you seen the leverage here? Now, this will continue to the 8th generation. It means if Grace is more like second generation now. If Grace brings 10 people under that is this thing, you will still be collecting 250,000. Now, imagine this begins to go down to the 8th generation. This is leverage. But what we have here right now is a total of 7 sales. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then Dosu decides to sell a machine to Eno, and Eno buys. But Eno will be a 2A. No, why is it not a 3A? For it to be a 3A, you need a cumulative of 10. Then your next personal activates it. But this is total of 7. So that will still be 500,000. But what Josuana does not understand that Eno might be a catalyst. And this is Eno reaching out to Ali, Abu, and Annie and sells 3 machines. Eno is selling to Ali, first sale for Eno, just like Dosu. Eno will earn 250,000, but Dosu will be earning 500,000. No, hold on. Eno is the one making the sale, but Eno is making 250. Yes, everybody begins that way. Your first 2 sales are 1A sales. So that's the first sale for Eno. Selling to Ali, 250. But Dosuana is earning 500,000 naira. Why? That transaction is on a 500,000 naira structure. Eno sells to Abu, Eno will earn 250. Dosu will earn 500,000. Now, Eno sells to Annie. Third sale, Eno will earn 500,000. Dosu will earn 500,000. Think about this. This is a total of 10 sales now. Any sale that Dosuana makes after the 10th sale, the 11th sale, directly activates a 3A structure line where Dosuana begins to earn 750,000 naira per sale. Every tree is independent. Now, this is looking exciting because Annie here reaches out to Babs and sells a machine. Those who will earn 500,000. Annie sells to Ben, Annie sells to Bob. Those who is just collecting $500,000 because of the leverage connection here. Bob sells to Joe, Bob sells to Jack, Bob sells to John. Those who will just pick up 500,000 naira for each of these sales. Tell me, if somebody like Ali needed help, Abu needed help, Annie needed help to close a sale, to expose this to somebody, will Dosu be willing to help? Even though Dosu didn't bring them directly, why wouldn't Dosu do that? Because rather than get even people directly by supporting other people to win, you are also winning. Now, if you look at this in a structure here, this is already a total of 10 sales under a loan, 10 sales. 500,000 times 10 is 5 million. Dosu's machine is free. And yet, Dosu is still having the machine to use. The family is using it. MM has not started. Shade has not moved. Issa and the gang are on break. Ali has not begun. Abu has not begun. All of this could have been happening under Chooks. Can you see the different possibility? Because the people on Issa, under Shade, under Imam, everybody is independent, and somebody is buying one, somebody is buying two, somebody is buying for the mother, somebody is recommending to the family in Canada, and people are buying, and those who just find that, wow, these monies are coming to me. What do you think the prayer point of Dosu will be? Wants to help the team to support, to grow, to multiply, because suddenly, by the time the entire team have about 20 machines sold, Dosu move to ₦1,000,000 per sale in that structure, and yet other structures are still delivering. When you now have a total of 50 sales, Dosu begins to earn 1,250,000 naira. And the day Dosu and the tribe builds a sale, cumulatively under the 8-point commission of 101 machine, Dosu becomes a 6A and earning 1.5 million. So let's say in the month of March, Dosu is now a 6A and is able to make 10 direct sale. That's 15 million naira. 1.5 times 10, 15 million. What if those 10 people each sold one machine each? Dosu has just made another 15 million, 30 million. Now that does not stop Sam, that does not stop Ayo, that does not stop Tony, the 1,750,000. So you can see the aggregation of all of this. This is why I call this drink and grow rich. It's truly mind bending. Now the system says, hey, Dosu, you know what? Your total sales of 101 machine was not just your effort, it was the collective team effort. And yet you are collecting all those commissions. But hold on, we are going to do something else. We want to say thank you for building a community. Community is finance, okay? Community is wealth. Building a community, okay, is strong. Now, the company pays you 3.5 million naira extra bonus for hitting that 6A. When you help two people in your team to become 6A like you become a 6A too. They pay you 7 million naira. Mind you, this is not your commission. This is just a one-time bonus. When you help two people in your team, we are not saying 10. Maybe you remember you had 1A, 1A, 2A, 3. You could have multiple of those. Just two people, whether they are direct or indirect. Once they hit your rank where you are, you move to the next one. They pay you 15 million as a -2. When you get to a -3, this is what we call a legacy rank. And please pay attention to what I'm about to say. When you become a 6A2-3, most companies, they use gold, silver, platinum, crown, diamond. These are our own nomenclature of ranking, just helping and supporting two people. Once you get to -3, the company says, thank you. Apart from all the commissions you have gotten from all the activities on 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, and the millions coming in, the company gives you an additional 30 million naira as a one-off bonus, 30 million. Number two, the company places you on 6 million naira monthly for life. 6 million minimum. Now, listen, guys, this has been on for 32 years. Remember, it's patented, it has not changed. 32 years, 6 million naira. Listen, this is not your commission. This is, they actually call it education bonus so that you can be supporting more of your team members and travel around and help people and those things. Just think about having extra 6 million come to you every month of your life. And I'll tell you that money is discounted because it's huge, far, far. And this is not those commissions because before you end this, activities are happening on 1A, 2A, 3A. Think about this. When you go to a dash 4, they give you 60 million and they place you on 12 million naira. Some of us know our amazing leader, Simon Lowe. When Simon Lowe came into Nigeria in 2022, he was a dash 2. 2023, 2024, he became a dash 3, June 2024. Last year, he became a dash 4. So this, what I'm telling you right now, is applicable to him. 60 million, 12 million monthly, and he just got wedded a couple of days ago over the weekend. It's 31. Guys, people are changing their lives and narrative. You have become a dash 5, they give you 120 million, one-off bonus, and they put you on 18 million. This is not your commission. I just want you to understand, this is not your commission. This is 32 years. This has been on. Before you say, I hope they will not change it. That's why I need to emphasize what blew my mind, that it's patented. People are on dash 6. People on dash 6. Emosia, who is the top leader in Europe, Middle East, and Asia, I've had dinner with him. He's a 6A8-6, 240,000 million and earning 24 million monthly. His wife also is on the same rank. His son is on dash 5. Think about that as a family. And these are not his commissions. So you can truly see why we call this Drink and Grow. Cynthia Briganti is on dash 7. A lot of leaders are on dash 7, 480 million and collecting 48 million. No noise, just help people drink water, just help people hydrate themselves well. This is just mind-blending. Now, how are we making this possible? Simple. Help people achieve their dreams. Some people could just be health dreams. Some people could be financial dreams. And trust me, we could do more if we are financially empowered. So this is open and the processes are straightforward, not complicated. Use the product, refer the product to others, and some people will come back and buy the machine. We've seen people say, "No, what? Let me just experience the water." They get the water for a couple of days, a couple of weeks. They say, "You know what? Why can't I install one in my house?" Now they buy them, whether it's a user or as a distributor. It locks in somewhere in your organization and you are still rewarded for that. Very simple process. So if you're a guest on this call, I will encourage you to please get back to the person who shared this invite with you for you to join us tonight. Or if you are watching the recording, please get back to the person who sent this to you so they can show you how to get our premium suits of products. As always, as I bring this to the close, I like to say that nobody was born to win, even if you are 10 winners, right? However, nobody was born to lose, even if you grew up in the slums of Makoko or Ajegule. Whether you win or you lose is a product of your choice. You were born to choose. So it's my desire and hope that you will choose to join us in this mission. It's a mission. Listen, what we are doing here is ministry. What we are doing here is an assignment because people's destiny is at stake. They need to be alive to enjoy it. And when you are contributing your own quota to that, it's an assignment. Okay. So we strongly look forward to seeing you join us in this project. My name is Solomon James, and we do this every week, every Wednesday. God keeping us alive. Next week, Wednesday, we'll be having this meeting. same time, same link. But for tomorrow, if you are in Lagos or you know people in Lagos and its environment, please send them to the Enagic Nigeria office 105 Adini Jones, 11 a.m. They are practical. So when we begin, we don't repeat the demos because it's mind bending when they get to see it. So we encourage you to send your people down. However, for tonight, if you do have any question, I'll be unmuting the room and we'll take your questions and we'll take your contributions. But you permit me to pause the recording so that we do not have a lengthened recording for our review. Thank you very much and God bless you.